Hello everybody, welcome back to another Brawl Stars video. As we know, this year has not been the best for Brawl Stars, but I want to talk about some positives that we've gotten in the game recently. Why I feel like the game is actually in a pretty good spot right now. Most notably last month with the Stranger Things collab, I think that was really good, especially with Upside Showdown. In my opinion, it was one of the best attempts ever anyway to play the game. Even this season is pretty good so far, so I'm going to be running through playing while talking about what I think the game is actually doing right. And then one thing on why I don't think it's going to have a comeback yet, but I feel like it is still in a good spot right now. So let's get started. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So I think what's best to start off with is the Stranger Things collab, in my opinion, the best update of the year. As we got some really good additions, most notably with the new game modes. I really liked Upside Showdown. And I feel like Upside Showdown was a really good addition, as it actually offered a new way to play the game. And I feel like that was one of the major issues with the game, is that it just kept getting repetitive. I also, now this might be kind of controversial, I also did like the mega quests, as they give you a lot of XP, and it'll actually, for me, it's actually given me a little bit of a reason to grind again. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but that's kind of how I feel. Stop yapping for a second. So those are the two major things for the Stranger Things collab that I thought were really good. I also just really, like, in my opinion, that collab was one of the best collabs that the game has ever added. In my opinion, not the best. I still think the best is Godzilla, as Godzilla was actually really fun. And it was what caused the game to be so good last year in the first place. I also really like SpongeBob, but Stranger Things is definitely my top 3 collabs for this year. I should just pass it to this BB. Hopefully, maybe can do something. So, the bosses were also pretty good. The only issue that I had with the Stranger Things collab was RNG, because I actually didn't get a single skin, and I opened like over 70, 80 packs. Meanwhile, on my free-to-play account, if you guys have been following my free-to-play series, I got Hopper Roll. So the fact that I got a skin on my free-to-play, but I didn't get any skins on my main, is kind of crazy to me. Let's get out of this M super. Okay. Or is it just feeding that ends at this point? But overall, I don't really have many negatives with the Stranger Things collab, just besides the RNG. And there we go. Ooh, so why do I now let's talk about this specific season, the Mechmas season. I do actually like this season. I mean, I don't want, if you guys are wondering if I'm not playing challenges, because yeah, I already got 3 of those. So this season I am actually enjoying, even though it's definitely not crazy. So Showdown is of course gone, but I do hope that the game that they add Upside Showdown in this permanent mode, just under a different branding. Just because it was like, you know, it's random every time you had. It was actually a good way to play the game. Now, the reason why I don't think the game is entirely good yet is because we haven't seen much about the December update. We only really know a slight bit about the buffies. We only know a little bit about the buffies, and since we know that they're going to be in a claw machine, that's the thing that I'm most worried about, is the fact that they're going to be in a claw machine. And so that'll just cause even more RNG, and it might be slightly more pay to win. Now, as someone who does spend money in the game, it won't really affect me much, and also because my account isn't really maxed. But I feel bad for everyone who will be maxed, as they won't really, as that'll just be a whole other thing that they have to add on top of the hypercharges and whatever new brawler comes out, they'll have to get their hypercharge as well. So I'm not entirely sold on the next update. Just try to get some good defense for the next minute and a half. So yeah, I'm not entirely sold on the December update, because it doesn't really seem entirely like good for the game. I mean, it seems good for the game, but I'm just not entirely sold on it. Yeah.
This is your pilot speaking.
Now the reason now let's talk about why I think the game is actually in a good state right now is because there's not a whole lot of negativity as there was a couple months ago. It's doing better than a couple months ago. We can especially see that with the World Finals, as there was actually a pretty big crowd during World Finals. I wasn't a part of that, but I just based on what I was seeing, and there were still a lot of views in the live stream too. So I think that's the biggest misconception when people say that the game is dead, because it's really not dead at all. Especially when you compare it to, like, especially Squad Busters, which was thought of as dead for months, and it actually did end up, it actually is getting discontinued. That is not the kind of state that Brawl Stars is in right now. It's still one of the biggest mobile games. Maybe not as big as like Clash Royale, especially not Clash Royale right now, but I still think it's good. And oh yeah, that's another thing I was gonna say. I think this game will especially be in a better state because of the recent Clash Royale update. If you haven't been following Clash Royale recently, you'll know that they introduced Heroes and Level 16, which, as we've seen, has not been taken very well from the community. So I feel like people might, although this is kind of like very far, at least from what we see right now, I feel like a lot of people will go back to Brawl Stars, or at least start playing Brawl Stars a lot again, because I mean, I've always thought of this game as way more fun than Clash Royale, and I've actually never really understood the hype for Clash Royale. I mean, I played it for like a couple months, but I don't really play it much anymore. So I'm really hoping that this next update will save the game, especially now that the new Clash Royale update came out, and that update hasn't really been taken very well. I gotta win this game, otherwise I'm gonna lose. But I keep dying. And this Mortis isn't doing anything. Okay, well, let's focus back up. So what do I think of this game? It's going to be pretty much steady for the rest of this year, but I feel like next year the game will be doing better. I do see a comeback happening soon, but I don't see it happening for the rest of the year. Oh shoot. Wait, just gave it some crap. Should have more control. Let's just try to score. Oh my god, can we please score? This is actually crazy. I might not talk for us. Okay, we finally scored, so we won again. So we actually won that game. Nice. So yeah, those are basically my thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you think Brawl Stars is coming back, or do you think it's going to have a comeback? And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.